And Mike, Rob, when we talk to football coaches, a lot of times we'll talk about players who are good, and sometimes they'll throw out the vernacular dudes who can make plays. Tonight on Big Play Breakdown, we got not one, not two, but three dudes who made some big plays on Friday night.
I mean, any high school coach in this area would love to have any of these dudes on their team. But let's talk about the first guy in our big dude breakdown. Taking a look over here, taking us to the biggest game of the year. Anthony Wayne versus Perrysburg. You know when you hear those two games going on, you know that there's going to be great running backs featured in this one. And we had a super running back battle in this game. Let's take a look at the breakdown. Take a look at the tape. You got Mr. Joe Caswell. He's been doing this all season long, but he gets some help from his friends. You see Mr. Ling there with the kick-out block, but the one thing you like here, there's a hat on a hat for Joe to be able to break this thing open. Good blocks by the offensive line, great coaching. You just got to praise it right there. Taking a look at Caswell, he sees it, great vision, using angles. He's going to play at the next level, y'all. I just want you to know. That was one of the biggest runs of the night. But then again, anything you can do, we can do better, said the Perrysburg Yellow Jackets. As you see, Connor Walton-Zach busted wide open and get into that end zone. You see him sitting there celebrating with his team. Take a look at it. Similar play. You're going to pull that guard. You're going to bring that H back in motion. Take a look. Connor Walton-Zach has done this plenty of times. You get a nice block at the front, but then he has to just use his agility and sure willpower like the block there at the end. But Connor is just a special kid, and look at the elite speed to outrun the defense. That's what happened here in Northwest Ohio. But take it across the border, Southeast Ohio. I'm sorry, Southeast Michigan. They get it done in Southeast Ohio too. But in this moment, Trey Bruggeman is the guy. Look at this one right here, y'all. You can't tell me that's good. He practiced that at home. You know he did. Let's take a look and see what happened. This offense is quarterback-centric, so you got to be careful, and you can never fall asleep on that man. And that's what the defense did right here. You can't forget about Trey. Good blocks up front. He busted through, and he just used that. Look at that stride, y'all. Beautiful stride, running like a horse all the way to the end zone, and they got the big victory over Monroe, which is their rival. So that is our big dudes breakdown.
Yeah, Bedford gets the win over Monroe, so they're now 3-2 on the season. They got a big one coming up this week as they take on Saline, who is 6-0 on the season. Three Rivers Athletic Conference, that is a wide open race, although we'll get a lot of clarification on Friday night as Central makes a trip to Whitmer. They're both undefeated in the track.
This is the game, as they would say, versus Ohio State and Michigan. It's the same colors, too.
Yeah.
So you want to look at this game. You want to see any big – you saw it last week. Anthony Wayne, Perrysburg, that did not disappoint. This game this week will not disappoint. Seeing what young Brady Ford can do versus that vicious defense, and if Tywan Clark can rise to the occasion. This is going to be a game for the ages, especially since this is the last year for the track, and Whitmer wants that get back.
Also in the track this coming week, St. Francis and St. John's. Titans come off that big win at Fremont Ross. They're going to take a lot of momentum into the matchup against the crosstown rivals.
Yeah, absolutely. Cam Swiger's been dying to get a big victory for his football team, and so is Coach Blakowski. But Blake Lichtenberg and them let us know that they are no chumps. They've played everybody tough. They've gotten big victories, and this is going to be a game that everybody's going to tune in to because that is going to set up how this season finishes out in the track. So I'm looking forward to it.
All right, thank you very much, Mike Robinson. Of course, he'll be with us Friday night for Game Day Nation. Now this week, Game Day Nation tailgate kicks off at 6:30, and it will be at Whitmer as that big matchup between Central Catholic and the Whitmer Panthers as Justin Feldkamp, Pat Cacciardo, and Matt Kriegel will break that down for you for a full half hour leading up to that game. Then you can see that game live on BCSN 2. Meanwhile, on BCSN Friday night at 7, Game Day Nation. Mike Robb and Anthony Bellino leading to overtime at 10:30. A full slate of games for you this weekend beginning on Thursday with City League action.